welcome to the Liverpool Community Podcast. Today I'm your host, Phil Beale, and I welcome into the studio here at the Big Condo Academy the fabulous John, Locke and Sonny from the Grass Skies. So
Hello.
welcome, lads.
Hello.
Good to see you again. Good to see you. Last time was at the Memories launch.
Aye.
At the Kaz.
So it was.
That went so well.
Yeah, it was a good gig.
Tell us how you felt about it, how you felt it went.
It was good. Really enjoyable. Probably the best gig we've done in a while. It was one of them because the room's so small. It just felt like there was like a proper atmosphere in there. Everyone was singing all the songs and that. We played well. The lights looked good.
Absolutely.
Perfect. Good night.
Great night.
Yeah.
Great night. Yeah.
Felt very I think like it's the right way, nostalgic, because we were saying when we arrived it reminded us a lot of the picket on is it Jamaica Street? Jordan Street. And it's like someone has cut the Kaz is like someone's cut the picket in half.
Oh,
so
really?
playing in there, it felt so natural, even though it was a brand new venue.
It's just
to
like
us.
a warehouse with a stage at one end.
Yeah.
I think
so good.
Because it's so small, like it feels dead intimate. Doesn't it?
Yeah, it's great.
It's a great place to play. It was obvious. I've never seen it before that night, but yeah, I thought
We're good on little stages like that. Like the stage isn't not like that the stage is little, but tiny little rooms where everyone's like jammed in and it's hot and sweaty.
Yeah.
That's our thing.
Fantastic.
We can do the bigger stages, like we've done like big festival stages and stuff, but we're better when everyone's just sardined in. It's so much better.
Awesome, yeah. When's your next time out? Have you got one booked yet?
The next one, which we announced the other day, is there's a Zanzibar on the 26th of May.
Yeah.
It's like a band night for a company called Zelda Audio.
Oh, yeah.
And it's good. We're looking forward to that because they've got the digital screens in there since they've redone the Zanzibar.
Again, I haven't been in the Zanzibar yet.
So the old Zanzibar, it used to be really good. So like the ceiling was dead low and it was like crammed in. But the way they've done it now, it's a lot more open plan. And they've totally redone the stage. So the stage is about 3 or 4 foot higher off the ground.
Oh, wow.
So it's quite a high stage.
Yeah.
And they've put all brand new lights in there and like a digital screen on the back that you can operate with like a HDMI from the stage.
Oh, cool.
So you can run your own light show. So we done our Sirens launch in there last year. And they were saying like I think we were like the first band since they'd opened it. It's not been open that long.
Yeah.
To actually use the screens from the stage because everyone else just put like their band name behind them and thought, right, well the screen we'll just put our name on there. And we were like, nah, let's put out like an epilepsy warning. Just throw strobes everywhere.
I think we actually did have to do that at one point.
It was great. So we're gonna do that again on the 26th. But I've just started making the show for the screens.
Right.
It's only a short set for us. It's only about half an hour, 40 minutes.
Yeah.
So it shouldn't take long because I'll just use some of the stuff from like last year. But there's new songs that I'm making little bits for. But you can do anything. Like there's no limit to what you can do with the screens in there, and more people should be making use of it.
Yeah.
Because it's such a good thing to have as part of your set.
Yeah.
It just instantly makes you look better. It's class.
So we're talking about writing just before we came on air. So tell us about what you've been doing then.
You take care of all this, don't you?
Yeah.
Most of the production.
We're trying to find time to finish off the CP, aren't we? It's just
What EP? Go on, announce it.
So
I was about to say the closest thing to magic.
the closest thing to magic.
Yeah, we're releasing it again.
You just woke up, lad.
So,
I've just
we're doing an EP later in the year, and it's going to have about 8 or 9 songs on it.
Oh, right.
So we just need to get around to recording it. So we do pretty much all of the recording at home, mostly in his. And it's just finding time between like all our jobs to actually record it. So we're doing some. Is it next week? We're starting some of it.
Next week, yeah.
Loads of the songs are done. It's just little bits that need adding in, and stuff needs mixing, and little bits of extra production. And
So
I don't like
talking like you were saying about. We're still talking about songs which were written like 3 or 4 years ago, maybe, or even longer.
Yeah, well, that's the whole idea of the EP is because obviously it's well documented. We used to be called Skylights.
Yeah.
And we had loads of songs out, so we're just redoing all them so that we can basically put them back online so people can still listen to them. So like you were saying about the Kaz gig, everyone was singing basically every song, even though none of them are online.
Gotcha.
It's because they've all been out before.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So it's just like a rework of.
So was
all
Memories
that?
That was that one that you written?
No,
was that a new one?
Well, we did, but we never released it. So
Right,
we wrote it about 2 years ago, didn't we? Just after lockdown, but we never actually did anything with it. It was just sat there for ages.
Right. Yeah.
And then we needed a new single.
Yeah.
Because it's technically a Skylight song, we were like, all right, we'll put that on the EP.
Yeah.
As like basically a new Skylight song almost.
Gotcha. Yeah. Gotcha. What about this rewrite you were just talking about as well? What was it called again?
Electric Girl.
Electric Girl.
First song you wrote?
Yeah, pretty much the first song we wrote. We are trying to rework it. I'm not going to go into it too much because I'll get my head punched in around next gig. Never say we're changing it, but
It's gonna be completely.
It's not going to be like completely different. It's still going to have. No, it's still going to have the kind of body of what the song was.
Of course.
But no, like I was saying to you before, we wanted to match the maturity of the other songs as well. What is it Ewan says about it when we started rewriting it? And he came out with something like this electric girl's gone through too many relationship breakups and therapy.
Oh yeah,
something like that.
So the original was we wrote it when we were all like teenagers, where like these two were still in school, and now obviously we're all older.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's what it'd be like if we wrote it now.
Brilliant.
And it might be rubbish. We might never do anything with it. But we are trying to. We'll see.
Yeah, like we said downstairs before we came up here. I just listened, funnily enough, as it happened on the radio, and I just heard the Foo Fighters, Times Like These, the electric version, and it just reminded me of that progression that band went through from something really, really aggressive and testosterone driven, and it kind of mellowed a bit as each release came out,
That's it. You just get older, and
exactly,
it's your sound grows older with it. Like it happens to every band.
Yeah.
Definitely. And you've just got to let it happen.
Have you always done the harmonies the same? Is that something that's grown over time?
They've got better and better as we went along. So we used to have a little bit, but now obviously in the last couple of years, Sonny started doing loads and loads of backing vocals.
It's a massive feature of your sound, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it makes everything better because if it's just me, it can be a bit like samey all the way through the set. You know what I mean?
It really makes a massive difference.
Cheers.
So what are you listening to at the moment? Who are you listening to? Who's inspiring you? Come on, Locke.
A lot of metal bands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
My favourite band at the minute is
Name check 'em.
Periphery.
Sorry.
Periphery.
Periphery.
Yeah, they're like a progressive metalcore band.
Right, okay. I haven't heard of them.
The lead guitarist in there is called Mark Holcomb. There's a lot of legato and stuff like that.
Right, okay.
Really does inspire me playing like. Yeah.
Nice one, yeah. What about you, John?
I listen to all kinds of stuff. Like this week, at like the time of record, I've been listening to there's a new Boy Genius album, which, if you don't know, is Phoebe Bridgers, Julian Bacon, Lucy Dacus, who are 3 American singers. Phoebe's massive. They've done like a supergroup thing, and their new album is called The Record, and it's so good.
What style are we talking?
It almost like like the Dixie Chicks.
Oh, really? Yeah.
A lot of it sounds a bit like that.
Country, isn't it?
Yeah, it sounds like old. It doesn't sound like it was released this year.
Wow.
So it could have easily been released in like 1981, and you go, it sounds like that. It's class. It's so good. Love it.
What about you, Sonny? What are you listening to at the moment?
I've been listening to a lot of Bruce Springsteen.
There's nothing new there, is there?
I know. Everyone knows I love him. He's just too good. Who else? Been listening to a lot of Waterboys, and then people have just been releasing singles that I've been finding on like TikTok and Instagram. Just listening to them. Couldn't give you like a specific artist, but some of the songs that have been coming out are
You sent us
really
the new
good.
Gaslight Anthem this morning.
Oh yeah,
That's
forgot
good.
actually. Yeah,
Really?
they released the tune this morning. That is really good.
They're Boston.
Yeah.
Gaslight.
With Springsteen, I never got it. I mean, obviously I was there, unlike you. I was there at the beginning. I just didn't get it. But then I just, when I started listening to the lyrics properly, I realised that he's just basically a blue-collar folk singer, is what he is.
Yeah.
America's folk singer.
Yeah.
And that kind of led me then into country, because I hated country music for so long. But then it led me into people like Steve Earle and people like that. And I've just bought a ticket for Steve Earle
What?
in Liverpool in June. I can't wait.
That'll be good.
Oh, yeah,
You was talking about trying to learn some Irish music for your
Oh,
your
yeah.
gigs, haven't you?
Yeah, I sing in bars a lot around town. Mostly like Irish bars, and it's great. I love it. It's great. But you always get asked for Irish songs. I don't know any.
You don't know any?
No, so
you must know the Wild Rover at least.
I know of it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm working a fair few into my set at the minute. But when I first started doing it, they were like, "Oh, can you play Luke Kelly?" And I'm like, "I don't even know who this
Fields
is."
of Athlone Rye.
Yeah, like I know now, but like I was getting booked for these like Irish bars, and I'm like, well, I'll be dead for you.
Have you got an Irish background in your family?
No.
No, okay.
My dad thinks he's Irish, even though him and 6 generations of his family before him have never been to Ireland. He's about as Irish as I am Australian.
Oh, right.
But
It's about as Irish as haggis.
he's where I first found Irish music. My dad, he loves it. He loves all that. Like,
What do you mean, traditional Irish?
yeah, like proper traditional Irish folk music.
Chieftains and
Yeah,
that
he
sort of
loves
thing,
all
yeah.
that. So I'm aware of it. I've just never actually played any of it. But like, it's easy to like blag the songs when you've heard it before.
Yeah.
So that's what I tend to do. But
Yeah,
it works because
Yeah.
it's fine. But yeah, pretty much. But that's how I know most of the Irish songs. I do know,
Yeah.
like, because of my dad. He loves all that. So
Yeah. Well, I got into English folk very early on when I was a kid, because I had friends who were into it, and people like Fairport Convention and bands like that.
yeah.
And that did lead me on into more Irish stuff as well. But then the Pogues came along and blew it all apart.
Yeah,
Just awesome.
Shame about
they are boss though.
They are, aren't they?
Class.
Absolutely.
It's mental him.
So there's rumours of a tour this year.
Yeah, we're still waiting on all of like a couple of the venues being booked in.
Yeah,
But we're looking
yeah.
at maybe September.
Fantastic.
Because we done 4, like a little 4-date mini tour last year. We're going to try and do 8 this year.
Yeah, I remember it well, mate.
It was. You were our driver, weren't you? So
That's had to scrap the car.
yeah.
No names mentioned.
I left not a speck on that seat.
I was so proud of you. I was so proud. I was tipping bottles of water. Another one.
I completely forgot about that.
That's a legendary that one. A legendary.
Yeah. So
It's going to be exciting, though, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll go again this year and
Yeah.
try and shift more tickets. So we did all right last year for tickets.
Yeah.
Try and do some more this year. Just keep pushing and keep just playing as much as we can and try and
Absolutely.
we're not very good at social media. So if you're not good at social media, the best way to promote yourself is to just gig and gig and gig, but all over everywhere. I don't mean like play like 5 gigs in a month in Liverpool. Don't do that. But like
There was
try
the
and
old
play in
school
as
way.
many places. Like
Definitely.
old fashioned. Just go out and play
Yeah, definitely.
and try and
Yeah.
get yourself an audience like that.
Yeah, for sure. I believe we might be going to my hometown, man.
Birmingham,
Yes, indeed.
sounds.
A place called the Victoria.
Oh right,
It's
okay.
a lovely venue. It really is. Yeah, I saw
Sounds.
one of my relatives play there about 4 or 5 years ago, whatever. So it's going to be really good.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to it. In the new company vehicle, the new bus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all bus.
Lovely stuff.
Better than
Awesome.
yeah.
Actually moved to room to move me legs this time.
No, yeah.
Yes. Although you might be relegated to one of the little seats in the back. We don't know.
I know.
yet.
Even then.
Is there a toilet on there?
Mate, we'll knock one
We'll
up for
fit a
you.
bucket in there.
Yeah.
Just gonna attach a toilet seat to the back bumper. Be on the M6. It's just like
Oh dear.
Yeah,
oh,
just sit
dear.
on the back of it like.
yeah.
So Memories was released about 5, 6 weeks ago now. And
Yeah.
it's doing okay on YouTube. You say, yeah, it's got some good.
It's doing alright on
Yeah.
YouTube, yeah.
Yeah,
Even the
so-
streaming, it's doing alright. People are liking it. I think from what I've heard, people like listening to it. Because it's easier, isn't it? Because you can put it in your Spotify playlist and whatever. It's a lot harder to actually go go on YouTube and sit and watch a video because you can't do it while you're doing anything else.
Sure.
But the video's doing boss reviews. We're made up with it.
That's great. Yeah.
And people seem to like the song, and we like it. So
It's a great tune.
it's win-win, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And the next one along is going to be Honey, you said, yeah?
Yes, it will be. We just did the video with Jamie Lee Burns. Yes, Jamie. It's that good. It's just a part of like a little uni assignment she was doing, but what she's given us is amazing. So we're going to use it. It's class.
Yeah.
Again, is that another established tune? Is it from a while back? Or
Yeah, Honey's an old song. Everyone who comes to watch us knows that song. It's one of them where as soon as we wrote it, we were like, this has to go straight in the set because it's class. Yeah, we love it. It's one of my favourite songs of ours, definitely.
I think it's Ewan's favourite as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a big pop song.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big guitars. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, brilliant. So when's the EP? When are you kind of hoping that's going to be ready?
Ideally for the tour,
Yeah, I was thinking that.
if you can,
100%.
give us the time to actually.
Yeah.
Before then.
Do you reckon?
Cool, wouldn't
It
it?
should be though. It should be done for then. I want to do like a 2-part thing, like part 1 and part 2, because we've
Yeah.
just got so many songs we want to put on. When we were first trying to write out like the track list and do the order and stuff, like I had like 16 songs I wanted to put on.
Really? Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do like a 2-part thing,
Yeah.
but the first part will be out at some point this year.
Sure.
Yeah, there was so many songs that we had to cut from the track list. I think there was about 4 different versions of the track list.
You
at
could do
first,
another
wasn't it?
EP with all the songs we
Yeah.
cut easy, like B-sides if you wanted to.
So tell us what the catalogue stands at. How many songs have you got now?
I don't even know. 8.
No, I mean, altogether.
8.
No, I'm
We
talking
played a
about-
17
I'm talking
set,
about-
song
I'm
set
talking about
last week.
historically now. I'm talking about the whole lot.
Uh,
Roughly.
I'd
30, 40, probably.
say closer to 30.
Is it, yeah.
If you
Yeah.
include like stuff that's not finished, probably is more than that. Probably maybe 50.
Yeah.
Maybe like 50.
Yeah. I thought
It's
more
definitely
like that,
40 to
be honest with
50.
Songs that we play live, there's about 22
you. Right.
that we, because the longest we did 2 hours festival last year, and I think we played like 24 originals,
Yeah.
which is sorry, you know what I mean.
What about covers?
We're not a covers band.
No, but just wonder if you ever feel like doing a cover.
The only cover we ever play is Teenage Dream by Katy Perry. It's the best song ever written. And it is.
Anyone disagrees, I'll fight you.
So good.
Anyone disagrees.
It's phenomenal.
Robbers was great though.
Now I mean, like
Yeah,
when we
that
play.
now,
We used to
Like-
do a boss cover of it, What I Like About You.
Oh yeah,
That
the
was
5
good.
sauce
Yeah.
version of that. Yeah,
Who's that?
5 Seconds of Summer.
It's a cover of a cover. They covered the Romantics, was it? And then we covered them. But everyone used to love that.
Yeah, but when we were first like gigging, we got to a point where we were like, as soon as we've got enough originals
Right.
to fill a set, we'll just stop playing covers.
Yeah.
But then the only time we would ever really do covers from about 2 years in was like if we ever played like a Battle of the Bands or something for like I Love Live when we used to do them years ago, and you had to play a cover. So we'd be like, all right, and we did all kinds of different stuff. But like in terms of now, we only really play that, and we only play it if if people ask for it, or
Right.
if like
Right.
Feels right.
yeah, it's we do it like on a whim. We don't practice it in like rehearsals or anything. We just all know the song, and I'll just if it feels right, I'll just start playing that opening
Yeah.
riff, and everyone will go with it. And it's good. We did it at the Kaz, but then we didn't do it at the one before. It just depends. But like I say, we only play originals because I think there's like, as we've got so many original songs, it's like, are we gonna cut one of these for a cover?
Yeah,
nah,
yeah,
like
yeah.
people are coming to see us
Yes.
for our music,
Yeah.
not for
Yeah.
some snide cover of Stereophonics or something.
Do you have a handle on how Liverpool compares to other cities, though, in regard to that? Do any of the bands talk to you about how difficult it is to get a gig as an original artist
Not really.
in other cities? I'm talking about.
Oh, we know the.
Because it is hard.
To be honest, we haven't really spoke to that many bands about that because normally when we're in another city, we're there for a gig. So like we've already got the gig. Do you know what I mean? But I don't know. I think because we're quite used to Liverpool and there's just so many gigs all the time. Like if you wanted to get a gig tomorrow night in Liverpool, there'll be a slot
Yeah.
going somewhere,
Absolutely.
and it's great.
It's wonderful. Absolutely.
But there's two separate like circuits. So there's your covers circuit, who are playing like what I do on my own in all like the bars, and then there's the gig venue, like local band circuit, and there's you could do either. So if you're a covers band, you'll get work. And if you're an originals band, you'll get work. But we haven't really got much experience of what it's like anywhere else. Like we are probably quite lucky being from where we're from.
Liverpool is a fantastic place for that. And other cities, they just don't want to know about it. They just want to get a covers band in and pay them £700 or whatever it is, and just get the punters in.
It's a culture thing, though, isn't it? Because Liverpool's always had loads and loads of bands.
Absolutely.
Obviously, like since the Beatles.
That's right.
Everyone wants to be in a band in Liverpool because it's the best city in the UK for this reason. It's football, it's music, and it's just general culture.
Absolutely.
And it is like being separate from the rest of the UK.
Without a doubt,
completely different.
Without a doubt.
So that's why even like loads of our mates' bands who are from like Manchester and Oldham and further afield come to Liverpool to gig because there's you can't really do it anywhere else.
Absolutely right.
So
absolutely right. Liverpool reminds me most of all of Stratford-on-Avon because of the tourism aspect. Full of people.
It's like because of Shakespeare.
All around the world. Because of Shakespeare, that's right, yeah. And because it's such a cultural centre, massively. Yeah. Sorry. That's the city it reminds me of most. I want to get to New York and do that comparison, but I haven't been there.
Yeah.
Have you been over there yet?
No, I haven't.
A lot of similarities there.
Yeah.
Get over there and play.
And I'd love to do that.
That would be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah. It seems like it is pretty sort of the same vibe.
That's right.
So it would be good to get over and see how we compare to like American bands who are on the same level as us. Because certain elements of our sound is quite like American. Like we don't sound like a Scouse band. We don't even market ourselves as a Scouse band, even though we are.
Yeah.
We don't sound like, we haven't got that like skiffily, like Mersey beats sound. We haven't got any of the 80s Liverpool sound. We're not on like any really like the bands that are here now. We're just we draw our influences from like different things. So I think we might actually do quite well just because we don't sound like we're from anywhere specific. If you see us play,
I think if you've got energy and integrity, you'll be New York without a doubt, and you've got all those things going on.
Yeah, like we'll never not be a Liverpool band, and we love being a Liverpool band and a local band. We'll always we'll always like champion new music in Liverpool and stuff, but we love going out and playing other places and seeing how what we do compares with other places. I love that.
Do you know what's on the itinerary now for the tour? Have we got Glasgow in there?
I think Glasgow will be there.
Is that I think,
London / Camden.
Birmingham, Manchester,
Nottingham.
Definitely go to Nottingham.
Definitely Nottingham.
That was great, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What
Class.
a fantastic
event
that was.
When you were saying about going to about like bands wanting to go to other places, one thing I found at that gig, everyone was saying that they wanted to come to Liverpool for a gig.
Yeah.
Every single person was saying that.
Yeah.
But like even people who weren't performing were saying, "Oh, I want to go to Liverpool to watch a gig. I want to go and see what it's like."
It's mad, isn't
it? Yeah. Glasgow was on there as well.
That's gonna be interesting. Glasgow. It's gonna be really interesting.
We've had people asking us to go to Glasgow before, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think it was the last tour. A lot of people were asking, saying, "Can you just come to Glasgow?" But
I want to do Newcastle as well, because like the three sort of main cities in like England and Scotland that are like the most sort of disillusioned with the rest of England.
Right.
Probably is Liverpool, Newcastle, and Glasgow.
That's interesting.
Just because they're just like on their own, aren't they? They're just not asked by anyone else. So I think it'd be good to go and play there.
Definitely in Liverpool, that's for sure.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean?
England, watching England. Get out of it.
The best explanation of that I've ever seen was Adam Rowe went on the Happy Hour podcast, basically explained the entire thing about why we don't get on with the rest of the country. And
tell us now.
Go and watch that.
It's interesting to interpret that for us.
Well, what he was saying, and it's spot on, is about it comes from a lot of like the 80s stuff with like Thatcher and that.
Without a doubt, yeah.
Where I think the quote is she wanted to put Liverpool into a period and manage decline.
Absolutely.
So basically just let them rot.
Absolutely.
And then
Absolutely.
obviously we were like, hang on a minute. And then obviously Hillsborough,
Yes.
the way they covered that up.
Yes.
And I was like, all, like the police lied about it, and
That's right.
everything that happened with that was terrible, obviously. And then from then, I think we've all just gone, well, fuck them.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we don't get any real funding from the government for much, really. I know we're hosting Eurovision this year, but it's
not down to the government, though, is it?
no, it's not.
Fundamentally,
This is
that's
what I
right,
mean. Like,
that's right.
we never get anything, and the rest of the country hates us for. And I don't really know
get
why.
that. I don't get that.
It's mad,
at all.
innit?
No, I don't get that.
It's
I
just,
don't understand that.
say with it's like
I don't
you
think-
hear them chanting at the footy like bin dippers.
Oh,
Yeah.
the,
You're like,
the footy's always been the same. It's just that's just the idiots, that is. No, I think generally, I think Liverpool's held in extremely high esteem right throughout the country for the way it's risen from the ashes of the 80s, literally, which was of course from the war. Ultimately, that's where all that devastation was from originally. That manifested in the 80s hadn't been repaired because they had no money to do that. And you're right, it was.
depends where. I mean, it depends where you go. Like from my experience going round, we're not like people like most people generally are all right, but like there is definitely a thing, and you see it like online as well when you see like news articles about stuff that's like happened in Liverpool,
Right.
with like the Thomas Cashman case.
Yeah,
you see people commenting on it on Twitter like,
Yeah.
Scouts gun, Scouts gun, Scout, and
Not
you're like,
exclusive to
lad, hang
Liverpool
on a
by
minute.
any
Do you know what I
means,
mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there is definitely like a people look down upon the
Right.
people of Liverpool, and
Right.
that is one of the reasons why we're like, well,
Right. Yeah.
It
we're not
definitely is.
interested in anything you just got to say. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely is one of them things where people are happy to sit there and, like you've just said, comment on news articles they'll see on Facebook and all that. But you know what? If they actually came to the city, see what it's about, see all the amazing stuff that's going on, especially in the city centre,
Yeah.
then your mind's going to be completely changed about
couldn't
it,
agree more,
everything.
and I can vouch for that as an outsider. I've been here 3 years, and it's
It's the most welcoming place you could ever imagine. It doesn't
Exactly
matter where
that.
you're from.
And opportunities as well. People will give outsiders opportunities just as well as they will their neighbours. You know,
Yeah.
It's just fantastic, absolutely.
There's a-
Did you see that wonderful thing that happened though at Anfield with
The Forest fans.
Yeah, on the semi. Was it in Anfield? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
And they put that banner out. I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah, that was class, that.
Do you know what's the best description of the way the people in Liverpool are that I've seen, right? And I only seen this yesterday. So my girlfriend is a school teacher,
Right.
and there's a primary school promotional video that she was watching because she's been like applying for jobs to work in schools. And one of the kids in this school said that that their school embodies the Liverpool "we'll look after your mate" attitude.
Fantastic.
And it was like a 6-year-old said that,
Yeah.
and I'm like, that's perfect.
That's brilliant.
That is it. Like, that's what it's about.
So strange
We'll
how
look after
kids are
you,
coming
mate.
out with these
Couldn't
things.
agree.
Don't
Yeah, like, I love that.
From the mouths
So
of
good.
babes, absolutely right. Yeah.
So good.
Fantastic. Well, I'll tell you what, it's been great to talk to you again and great to see you guys again. And shout out to Ewan as well.
Yeah.
He's doing something at colleges or something today.
He's got loads of uni work to do. He's working hard. He's got a degree. He's finishing off. So
Graduates in June. Also. Is it June?
Respect,
Yeah,
June.
June.
Respect to him for that as well. So we'll look forward to your next one. You say it's the 26th of May.
26th of May, the Zanzibar.
Fantastic.
The tickets are in our Instagram bio. It's on our link tree, but the actual link is in our bio.
Okay.
If you click on that, it just says Zanzibar tickets.
Brilliant.
It's £4. £4 for 4 great bands.
4 bands,
Us,
yeah.
the Sweetheart Band, the Rondays and Lost Hills.
Awesome, yeah.
Come down. It's going to be
Fantastic.
awesome.
And
Yeah.
your socials, shout them out. Come on, give us your socials.
At the Glass Guys, anyway, you get your
People
social
don't
media.
know.
Go and get it.
Yeah, brilliant, awesome. So this has been the Liverpool Community Podcast with the Glass Guys and me, Phil Beale. And for now, we're going to say over and out. See you soon.
Nice one.
Nice one.
Later.
Nice one, lads.